Hello, I'm back again to talk about American domestic politics. I'm gonna look up this video. I saw it earlier, and it was one of the podcasts or YouTubers, Kyle Galinsky, talking about how the American public's view on Israel has completely flipped to 180. And he shows the poll. This is actual data. It's not something any of these podcasters or YouTubers made up. It's actual data they got from legitimate news sources. And they were doing polling sampling around the country, asking voters how they feel about Israel right now. You would not believe the number, you guys. Okay? This is why it amazes me politicians are still on the wrong side of this issue, thinking it's going to help them defending the status quo right now. It's not. I told people there's an awakening coming. All right. By all means, though, I'm glad these politicians continue to stay on the wrong side of the issues because they're not good representatives. A lot of them in office anyway. They need to be voted out, and they will be accordingly in primaries and general elections alike. But hopefully there'll be a message sent when that happens. But it showed, so in 2018, the approval rating people had of Israel in America was 51%. Do you know where those numbers stand today, 8 years later? Minus 16%. So there was a 67-point flip of the American people's approval on Israel. 67-point flip. This is not just a Democratic issue, and I've been saying this for a long time. I don't know what it's going to take to get through people's thick heads. This is not the politics of the old days anymore. People are waking up to what's going on. The numbers are the numbers. It's fact. And if you see how people have been voting, that should tell you right there the mood of the country, especially in the Democratic primaries. They're voting for DSA members who are running against AIPAC and corporate influence and money. Okay. But it's not just the mood of Democrats, it's the mood of independent voters too. This is a huge dynamic that's crossing party lines. 50% of young Republicans actually have the progressive position on this too. So it's not just Democratic voters. Now, to be fair, majority of Republican voters are still very pro-Israel, or what I call pro-Zionist. But that's because the majority of the Republican base are older voters. I'm just going to say that quiet part out loud. Okay. But as far as generations younger, their views on this issue is completely different. And again, I told people it's not a liberal and conservative issue. It's really a generational divide. Because younger conservatives don't like the status quo either, especially with our foreign policy allegiance around the world. Okay. So the Republican Party is fully shown it's out of touch with the younger generation. Much less half the Democratic Party is out of touch with the younger generation, which I want to remind these old politicians that don't want to retire and are so hubris about their power and holding the status quo that the only voters that will be left in the next 10 years will be voters our age and younger. Do you think you guys are going to get away with gaslighting us and lying to us for the next decade and surviving politically? It's not going to happen. Voters are waking up. Majority of voters in this country are effectively going to be millennial and Gen Z voters. Mark my words. And I can tell you right now, millennial and Gen Z voters are not voting for this nonsense anymore. Okay. And any politician that continues to stay on the wrong side of this issue, we're coming for you. We're getting you out of office. We are going to get you guys out of office one way or another, whether it's in a primary or a general election. Voters will act accordingly. And if you think that we're going to drop this, No. We're going to keep talking about it. Because guess what? It's resonating with people. Turns out people care about how their taxpayer dollars are being spent. Yeah. It's a cross-partisan issue, you guys. So keep on stepping the wrong direction. Things are gonna be changing. So here's the thing. I'll find the video and show you guys the clip, but I think it's interesting how much the numbers have flipped. But I kind of predicted this was going to happen. I would say about 2 years ago, I predicted this dynamic was going to change after 2024. You know, I knew whether Trump got reelected or not. I didn't predict Trump getting reelected. I was kind of surprised, honestly, but at the same time, because he just always was so unpopular. But I also saw the demoralization of the Democratic base 2 years ago too, so I saw just all sides. But yeah, I knew the conversation on this was going to change, you know, and it has, thankfully, you know, and I'm thankful to that. I'm thankful people are waking up, and yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. America's finally waking up. They're smelling the roasted coffee. It's about time, you know. But finally we'll inject some common sense into our politics in America now. It's taken a long time. Anyways, y'all, I will find this clip in a sec. I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye. See ya.